Like the video and subscribe right now, or Pirate Doggo will steal your last $5. Mom must be happy when she finds out that I love reading so much. My sister showed me this and told me to keep it secret. She learned it from her friend. My hero. One person who inspires me is Mom. Pap, please help, I forgot my Kromanuk. Pap, please bearing it to my chul. Pap, let's end it quick. Pap, 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 pap. Never mind, mama is bringing it. Life is super tough when you can't pick up the book you want because you're sitting on it. In 4th grade I went on a 2-week vacation and missed school, and my best friend told everyone at school that I had moved to Russia. Everyone believed it. In 5th grade I went on vacation again and he told everyone that I died. They believed it again. What was the idiotic game you and your stupid friends played growing up? My buddies and I used to turn all the lights out in the basement and throw those giant exercise balls through the pitch blackness in random directions trying to hit each other. The fear, the anticipation, and the sound of the ball whistling through the dark. The game had only downsides and shouldn't have been ever created. This game is for noobs and boomers. If you play this now I will call the police now and right now. A real thing that I participated in during kindergarten, so everyone was 5 to 6 years old, was the Nut Club. It was an unofficial club started by the rich girls, as in $500 donated every school fundraiser money to hoard all the acorns and walnuts that we found during recess. We stuffed them into a hollow tree and guarded them from the boys. Sometimes the boys would attempt to steal them, and there would be a resulting massive kid screaming things along the lines of "the boys are stealing their nuts back," and "hey, I know you're hiding some nuts in your pants. Cough them up." We took this very seriously and didn't understand why the parents and teachers would giggle at us. My sister just told me about her insane aspirations to own a bug hospital when she is older. According to her, she and 2 of her friends will found an illegal bug hospital inside her parents' house without a PhD or even college experience at all. The money to fund this will come from her friends who love bugs. She will also pay her workers 2 pennies a day. My 7-year-old nephew just asked me, "Auntie, would you rather be a famous NHL hockey player or be stuck inside a Coke bottle for the rest of your life?" So what was your answer though? I accidentally flushed the toilet instead of letting my kid do it, which in the toddler community is a crime punishable by death. Kindergartner makes 911 call after dad drives through a red light. I could never disown my child for being gay or sexually active, but if I raised a snitch they have to pack their shit and go. When I was 7 I had a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers and I wanted to do a fan meet and greet, so I posted a video of my house address. My brother used to think that a man sat under the escalators and operated them. He also thought that man's name was James and that was his real dad, not our dad. So every time we passed the escalators at the mall my brother would scream at our dad, "You're not my real dad. James is my real dad. What the duck?" This morning, one of my students walks up to be greeted while wearing 2 backpacks. Me, "Why are you wearing 2 backpacks?" Student, "I have my goat in one of them." Me, "Oh, like your stuffed goat for show and tell?" Student, "A real goat." Me, confused, "Can you show me what's in your backpack?" Student, opens backpack. Me, "There is a live goat in his backpack. Like an actual live goat. What do I do?" That's it. That's the story. Just a goat in his backpack at school. Man challenges his kids to draw him sleeping so he can have a nap. I was in 2nd grade and it was Black History Month. We had to do a presentation about a famous African American and I chose Kobe Bryant. I still remember the look on the teacher's face when I brought up the rape accusations. I honestly had no idea at that age what rape was, so I listed that as one of his accomplishments. I was told to stop my presentation. PSA, this is why it's important to keep an eye on your kids when they are in public places. This is a $4,500 saddle. We cannot watch your children while they are in the store while Saint Second helping customers. Please watch your children. Signed, this small business owner trying to do her best. The 7-year-old nanny keeps asking if I have a butt or a vagina so he can tell if I'm a boy or a girl. In 3rd grade I loved Gangnam Style so much, and one time they played it over the intercom and I started sobbing from happiness, and I got out of my chair and started doing the Gangnam Style while crying uncontrollably. People asked if I was okay. My son playing hide and seek at my parents' house. Does anyone know where I can buy a lump of coal? My kid is not naughty lol, he wrote to Santa he wants a lump of coal for Christmas. With a stroke of her pencil, my 6-year-old has once and for all settled the Chinooka/Inuka/Chanuk/ etc. spelling debate. A very happy honk to you all. I wish you a happy honk. My nephew's response to how do you bake a Thanksgiving turkey? Age 5. Turkeys come from Alaska. You need to get in a car and drive to it to catch it with a net. You need to drag the net and get to your house. You need to stuff it with meat. Then, you put it in the oven for 6 minutes at 5 degrees. You use a timer, and when it's done, you take the turkey out. You need to put napkins on the side of a plate. You use the napkins to put it on your plate. You eat it with grapes. You will like turkey. It tastes like meat with salt on it. I was 5 years old, not too bright, and thought air freshener was ear freshener, so I plugged the end of a Febreze into my ear and let loose. I actually made it to the second ear before I realized I ducked up. Burning pain, damaged my eardrums from the pressure, bad everything for me. How could this day get any worse? Make it to the ear and my father is freaking out thinking I've gone deaf, and he's demanding why nobody was helping us and staring at the TVs. It was September 11th 2001, and I thought I was having a bad day. Text from my brother. My niece, 7, is a little confused. Said she hates me and I'm not a real dad and she wants a DNA test. I'm like, you're adopted. She's like, I know. I still want the test. I don't think she understands about DNA. Love is purple. Love tastes like chocolate. Love smells like flowers. Love looks like lips. Love sounds like Love feels like a kiss. Love is gross. By Ted. And he never carried a pizza again. We are at Sky Zone and I saw one kid say to another kid, "Isn't this funny? Watch," and punches herself in the face. Me, when I was like 8, I don't want meatloaf for dinner. Mom, you like salmon. I was pretty stupid. This afternoon I noticed sneakily grabbing some finishing nails, so I followed him and caught him red-handed. He told me he was setting a trap. Kid doesn't like apples, but eats them if they are like McDonald's fries. I got this from Twitter. I was working at a Dippin' Dots kiosk at a ice skating competition, and a child bought some ice cream from me and left an envelope of $640 on the front counter. By the time I noticed it, he was gone and never saw him again. Your Wi-Fi does not work, you little how you make me wanna curse, but I can't because I'm 9, but you're going to regret this. The funniest thing that's ever happened to me as a parent is once my 2-year-old was having a full-on meltdown and accidentally kicked an electronic toy dinosaur, and it went, "Can you feed me?" And my son, through massive sobs, goes, "No, I can't right now, dinosaur," and continued screaming. My 4-year-old niece can't read and bought me this birthday card because it featured a cute dog with a party hat. Die already. Overheard on a school bus, part 22. I won't be on the bus yesterday. Tomorrow? Yeah. I'm gonna call the FBI and ask them where you live. Do you know the FBI's phone number? Yeah. It's 912. I have a good joke. Who's there? What? Wait, no, I mean knock knock. I didn't hear the rest of the joke. I was laughing too much. You're a good bus driver. I hope you get to eat McDonald's every day. When I was a kid I really needed to pee, but it was during final exams in 5th grade and I couldn't go. I decided that it was a good idea to pee myself a little so I could hold on a little more. It didn't go as I wanted and I ended up peeing myself more than tiny amount. I had a black skirt so none noticed the fact that I had purposely peed myself. She absolutely hates family photos. Am chock ouch. One of my kids made this mask of Patrick from SpongeBob and we can't cope. It's very cute letting my toddler snuggle up next to me on the couch and play with his cars while I send emails. Until he throws a truck at the keyboard and I've just sent a blank email to an editor with the subject line submission. Article. Things my 4-year-old said this morning. Best day ever. I'm so excited. I'm going to bring my phone to take lots of pictures. Any idea what we are doing? Going to No Frills? Burying grandparents, ahaha. Oh sweet Jesus. LMAO. Gotta love the sweet innocence of a child. She also said I can't wait to see how Papa's mom died. Mom pro tip. At least it works for me. If your toddler is obsessed with a specific character or TV show, and if he/she has become an inconsistent or picky eater, liking things some days, but rejecting them other days, then try buying some cheap stickers of the thing they like, and sticking them on the food. Last night, me, what would you like for dinner? Corn or peas? Toddler, no corn. No peas. Candy please. Me, we have Paw Patrol corn and peas. Which would you like? Toddler, I love Paw Patrol corn. Later, Paw Patrol corn tasty. More Paw Patrol corn please. Once when I was a little kid my family was out at a fancy restaurant and I ran over to the table next to us and asked the woman sitting there, excuse me ma'am, are you fat? I'm never allowed to forget this. Was she fat? I have no memory of the actual event, but according to my parents, yes, she was massive. I meant for an injury. 2 years since his last physical injury. They will numb it and glue it, say. That's what I think. They'll have to give him something to chill him out. Yeah, they sure will. How did he fall onto that? He slipped in pee. He peed in the stem of the decorative pumpkin and then slipped in pee. I'm saving this text because when he's old enough to comprehend things I want to read this to him, and when he has children and they do stupid stuff like this, I'm going to read this to him. I may even get this text chain tattooed so it's a constant reminder of just how dumb that was. Parents want me to be healthy as a kid, so they have gummy vitamins and lots of supplement. Ask my mom one day if I can have one of her women's multivitamins. These are for girls and on. You can't take them, or else you grow boobs or something. I wake up in the middle night and eat all the remaining gummies. Instead of becoming a girl I end up in the hospital and almost ducking die. There's sibling rivalry. Then there's my 4-year-old daughter faking a phone call from her 1-year-old brother's nursery to tell us that we don't have to collect him today because he's going to live there now and he won't even miss us. Your kid chewing on it like a mule. Put some feed in there, girl. This is not healthy and safe. This is not following science. The baby was yelling Cookie, Cookie. I brought him a toy he had named Cookie. He threw it on the floor. Gave him a real cookie. He threw that on the floor too. Then he walked over to his sister, took a chicken nugget off her plate, held it up, said Cookie, and ate it. 5-year-old just cried for 20 minutes because she saw a dead raccoon on the road and it can't get Christmas presents because it's dead. How's y'all's Christmas Eve? When I was a kid I thought, since all of the teachers were called Mr., Miss or Mrs., that you had to have those names to become a teacher. I really wanted to become a teacher and I cried really hard for like a week because my name wasn't Mr. My little boy is 2 years old. He's lovely, chatty, generally sweet, and caring. He loves nature, and we are spending lots of time in our garden while in lockdown. collecting leaves, looking at insects, etc. He also loves looking at animals on TV and in pictures and books. However, he's driving me crazy with one thing. He'll find a tiny insect like an ant or caterpillar or snail, look at it for ages, completely fascinated, and then stomp on it. Self-portrait, kindergarten 1996. Me in actuality circa 1995. When my sister was in 1st or 2nd grade, she stood on a ball at recess when no one was looking and thought to herself, I know this is wrong and I should be in trouble, and put herself in timeout. When confronted, she cried. I love kids. Life is too short, don't be afraid to commit arson. I'm thankful for all the dead people because at least they tried. Tonight kids chose potato more than 25 times, each time triumphantly proclaiming to friends and family, I got a potato. One kid shouted, a potato, just like last year. And another group said, oh, you're the potato house? You're legends. This has become an unexpected and joyful tradition. Kids are given the free choice, and over again, they choose potato. My friends, every day you are given a choice. I encourage you. Choose potato. I think I need to do this next year. My 10-year-old cousin gave me this and said I drew Timothy Chalamet for you because you're in love with him, and I don't even know what to say. I have not words for this. I picked up sticks in your lawn. Charlie is. Pay me or I'll put the sticks back in your lawn. Some kid today asked me if I had ears under my hijab, and I just stared at him. Then he's like, oh right, you can't hear me because you don't have them, and then he started using his hands to talk to me. As I was checking over the assignment from Wednesday, I was shocked to read your response. Please see below. After 2 science periods, you wrote your mom as your paragraph. I'm not sure what you mean and find it disrespectful. Please explain. The kids blamed the footprints on the dog. I was playing frisbee at the park today and heard this kid screaming. I ignored it until the boy, about 7 to 8 years old, started to follow me home still crying. He then tells me his parents aren't home and he is by himself. He tells me his name and brings me to his house still crying, and to my surprise the front door is open. My friend says we should just leave him at his house, and this kid loses his mind saying his parents are gone. At this point I have no idea what to do, since I can't just bring a random child home. But just as I was about to call the non-emergency line, his mom comes outside trying to figure out why her kid is screaming. Turns out the mom went in the shower and put the kids in front of the TV, but this kid forgot and decided to go look at the park for her, and when he couldn't find her, instantly decided to follow 2 strange men around instead of going back to his house to look for her there. 4-year-old is livid because she thought we were traveling by ferry, not ferry. Strange offer. Anyone need rice tonight? I asked my daughter to make rice and she cooked 7 cups. She did a great job. I will be packing it up in about 15 minutes. Let me know. My 2.5-year-old goes to daycare with identical twins named Mariah and Aurelia, but she calls them Mariah and more Mariah. A nurse's 9-year-old daughter left this on the sidewalk by their house so she could see it when she returned home from the hospital. Her daughter mixed up the E and O. I can not stop laughing. Our whole lives here. When you're playing hide and seek with your son and you realize he probably won't need that college savings account after all. My 3-year-old. Is this the right shoe, mommy? Me. No. Him. Switching feet. Is this the right shoe, mommy? Me. There's only T. Yes. My 6-year-old sister says she's smarter than anyone. So ask a question and my 6-year-old genius sister will answer. What is a quadratic equation? Math. Tell her I'm sorry for not trusting her. My kid sure is doing a lot of dinner-splaining for someone who pronounces it Bebelosiraptor. I'm unloading the dishwasher and feeding Lowie, and she comes and sits here and says, "Mom, please give me space." Bitch, there is a whole ass house, go in another room for space. Ha 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 ha. 4-year-old spent 10 minutes telling me about his grazed knee and how it really hurts, but when he showed me it looked fine. He got mad that I couldn't see the graze. Then he realized he was showing me the wrong knee. I deleted this app. I forgot my password. I hope Roblox removes passwords. What happens in the lunchroom stays in the lunchroom. Lunchtime in our cafeteria is always disgusting. They serve hot poop and poop, but some students burn their own sausages to eat. Some kids quietly spit their poop, while others throw carrots or apples when the teachers aren't looking. One time, a bunch of kids mixed all of their unfinished poop and poop together to make a poopy mountain of poop on a char. The teacher was sus, but everyone had already goofed outside for recess, so nobody got in trouble. Major causal inference issues in our house at the moment. 2-year-old thinks coats make the air colder, so keeps putting hers on when she's too hot. Featured comment. Yeah, Game Boy. The customer is always right. Karens, it's free real estate.